is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL. It's so great to have you here. December 21st, we're a little early, which is good. We're not at the wee hours of the morning like were the other day. And happy holidays to everyone. If you are one of my friends that are celebrating Hanukkah, well, I want to take this opportunity to wish you guys a very happy, healthy, wonderful Hanukkah. But more specifically, today I believe is your fourth day. So happy one, two, three, yeah, fourth day of Hanukkah for those of you out there that are celebrating Hanukkah. Great to have you here with us. You're going to notice a QR code at the top right hand corner of the screen, which you probably noticed. Just grab your smartphone, launch the camera app, point over to the QR code, touch the yellow ellipse, and in seconds you'll see my link tree. Something I want to definitely tell you about is that one of my parent companies, which you guys know about, the company as I own, Orbital Media, has just launched our first annual chili cook-off contest. We'll talk more about that later, but you can get tickets at Orbital Media events.eventbrite.com. And the event is on February 11th at 11 a.m. in Lenevs in North Hilton, New Jersey. So definitely check that out. Thank you so much for coming here. Really appreciate it. You know, we roll every Saturday. We start with a brand new master topic. We roll all the way through the weekend, and we finish up on a Friday. Yes. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And to my friends, colleagues, and wonderful associates that keep coming back, I appreciate you guys. We'll be celebrating a birthday very soon, so really, really excited about that. And, just really thank you for being here. Hopefully the new people become loyal, just like the people that have been with you for so long. So again, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Let's get to the master topic, shall we? How to ask open-ended questions. Now, without opening Pandora's box, no pun intended there. I think when we talk about open-ended questions, people get scared that they're going to get into territory that they don't know how to handle. And that's not what an open-ended question is. An open-ended question is to give you the ability to freely express yourself. Now, if we're thinking about people, like for example, relationships, when we put the other person first and we want to get to know that person for no self-justifying reason, just the fact that we want to be selfless, not selfish, non-selfish, and we want to get to know them and who they are and what they do, and basically just get to know about them, but not for any bad reason, just because we want to get to know them. And that's something you can't fake. That's something I call being sincere. That's right. I said being sincere. And so when you're sincere, the world knows that you're sincere. It really does. Knows that you are sincere. But the truth is that it's not easy to be, it's not really easy. It's something you have to want to do. And I will tell you that it can be challenging. And so thinking about yourself, thinking about where you are in life, thinking about why you would want to ask open-ended questions. And the question I would say to you is why not? And the only reason I would say why not is if people didn't want to get to know someone. They were just out for the kill. That's what I like to say. I call it out for the kill. And so out for the kill doesn't mean anything bad. It really just refers to the fact that somebody is trying to do something for, well, it's really selfish reasons. So if we think about things for a moment, just a moment, I want to ask you, if somebody asked you an open-ended question, right? What would you do? Chances are you'd probably answer it, right? If it's somebody you don't trust, you'd be like, you know what? Let me think about that. And I'll get back to you. All right, let's talk about open-ended questions on a job interview. All right, so excuse me. If somebody comes in for an interview, generally you've read their resume, you've done some screening, you decided to invite them in. However, you want to still see if the resume holds the mustard to the actual candidate. So you might say something like, "Gee, Tom, Thank you very much for spending some time with us today. And I was just curious, um, what made you want to apply to our position? Was it something you saw online, something you heard, or something that just made it feel right? What made you want to book this interview with me today? And I'm going to tell you, the most important thing is when you ask a question, shut up. I can't tell you how many salespeople I know that have gotten out of sales because they don't know when to shut up. They just have to let the customer talk. Let the customer talk. And so you're on the interview, and let's say you're coming for a customer service job, okay, client services. Excuse me. Got up this morning. Started at 1. I went to bed at 1 a.m. and got up at 3 a.m. Got on the flight here to Fort Myers. So a little bit tired. Apologize for that. Definitely not bored with you guys. So definitely going to get some Z's tonight. You ask the person, this is a client service role. I'm looking at your resume. I haven't noticed anything that dealt with customer service directly. I was wondering if you could tell me which one of these roles that capacity fit into, or is there another role that's not on your resume? Well, yeah, John, that's a great question. Um, in being part of quality assurance, I also had to deal with the customers when there were problems, and I had to deal with them on the phone. So it wasn't a face to face position. No, have you ever had any type of face to face client service? Yes, when I was actually in high school, I had a part time job in an ice cream shop. Really? Yeah. Would you share that with me? Yeah, I worked every day. I got out of school at 3:30, and I usually was there after I did my homework. So about 4:30, I worked from 4:30 to 5:30, 5:30 to 6:30. I worked like 2 or 3 hours every night, and it helped me put a few dollars away so that I could eventually buy my car. I had money for gas, and it worked out really well. When I first did it, it wasn't the easiest thing. And I wasn't sure if I was cut out for it, but after I got through some of the initial challenges, it worked out well. Well, you mentioned challenges, so I have to ask you, Tom, what were some of the challenges? Well, I think a lot of people there would just try to make a cone or they would try to do something, but they didn't care about the customer. They were just about how much they could charge to upsell them on a larger Sunday. But if I was the one in line, I know I probably wouldn't want to come back with those people. I mean, I always gave great service and people knew that I gave great service. But some other people on my team, I don't know, it just didn't sit well with me. Hmm. So you made some very good observations there, Tom. Tell me, if you were hired back again by that company to be a manager of customer service, what's the first thing that you would do? Well, if things were being run the same way they were when I was there and the same kind of behavior was going on, I'd want to hold a group meeting. I want to talk to everybody, tell them why customer service is important. And then I want to put some type of a program in place because telling people is not enough. We'd have to reward them, maybe some type of a program. And then the better they got, the chance that they'd have to get a small raise, or maybe they would get to, have a day off or something once in a while without pay or something with pay. But so those are the kind of things. And I feel that if I could do that, it would work. Well, let me ask you this. Why do you feel that it's not working now? The managers, it's absent management. They just, it's really hands off. The only time they get involved is if we're losing money or a customer complaints. Well, can you give me an example of a complaint? Sure. When I was there was a kid next to me, and they asked for a twist, which is we had a vanilla and chocolate, so I did a vanilla and chocolate twist. And so one of the things that we were always taught was that when we use the machines, the vanilla, if it hadn't been used in a while, needed to be run for a couple seconds and just kind of wasted in a little cup before we serve the customer. And if it was bad, we'd have to wait like 10 or 15 minutes and let them know that, hasn't dispensed in a while and it's just going to take a few minutes before it gets the right consistency. Well, what happened was this other kid, he was a great guy, but he was always in a rush to get the ice cream out. So if the machine wasn't ready, he would just serve it anyway, even though he knew the product was bad. And he was there for quite a long time, and no one said anything. And then a customer came back and complained, and the manager just took care of it and said, you really got to provide better service. And he said, yeah, 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 I know. I'm sorry. But he didn't make that active change. And I felt that management didn't care. They just were hiring bodies to be able to serve ice cream and take care of customers. But there wasn't a connection. Like if you ever gone to a restaurant and if the waiter knows you, the experience is a lot better. I love going to restaurants where the waiter knows my first name. So one of the things I would do is try to get our team in the habit of getting to know the customers that come in on a regular basis, the people that are repeat people, and get to know what they like. Maybe even write it down, but make a mental note about it. And I think if we did that, customers would feel special because there were other ice cream parlors like right down the road, and some of them were even cheaper than us. But people came to us because we had a better quality ice cream. I believe that. And I feel that some of the people believe that too, but then a lot of the people there just didn't take care of them right. So, for example, if they want a sundae, which was usually the ice cream, some hot fudge, a topping, and then some whipped cream, and then let's say a cherry on top. Well, a lot of people that did the sundaes, they didn't put the hot fudge on or enough, and then the whipped cream was a mess. Or the best one is whenever we had to make a cone. So when you work in an ice cream place, you have to learn how to make a cone, right? You have to go around in a circle so you get that nice swirl. And what I noticed half the time is that a lot of them that were making the cones, when they would just about when they were going to hand it to them and they took the payment, the cone was like going to topple over in a minute or two because it wasn't really seated properly. So I think the reason that I would be a great candidate for your position is that I've already made these deductions, and I know that if I was here in a week or two, I could learn things that I could recommend to the team, and if it'd be okay, I would recommend to them that we do so that we could improve the customer, the client experience. Really? I got to ask you, Tom. So, what makes you so, I can say, vested in the customer service experience? Why? Well, I'm a customer and I want to get treated well. But to be really honest, the reason that I'm so interested in customer experience is that when I was only 8, I was enrolled by my parents in the Disney customer experience program, and I took a day and they took us all around the park, and but we got to learn like the business behind Disney, and that was just really cool. And I feel that there's one thing in making a profit, but there's another in being part of the business, being part of the experience. That's amazing. And now you have open-ended questions. If you ask a question like, did you ever? So when you say, did you ever work for? Okay, that ends it. But I say, why? It gets them to try to probe deeper. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with this amazing evening. I'll be broadcasting from wonderful, beautiful, sunny Florida for the next few days, actually a couple weeks while I'm away for vacation. But you know how passionate I am to deliver content. I deliver content even when I'm on vacation because to you, I never take a vacation. I believe that doing this every day, this isn't work for me. This is joy. This brings me so much pleasure that I love to inspire all of you. Definitely check out jcmacademy.eventbrite.com and enroll in my masterclass for 2023. One class is like $50, and if you enroll for the whole month, it's only $100. That's like $25 a class plus some fees. That's like sick. I mean, and then it'd be a great way to get you guys going, to get you motivated. I hope you guys have a great rest of your evening or a great rest of your morning. And I'm going to see you guys, when? Tomorrow with another version of this master topic. So, wonderful night, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow. Take care.